I am looking at inverse trig. So we're going to set it up in the same way. It should be really, really straightforward today. So this first example I've got right here, okay? I like to circle my angle again. This time my angle is just x. Okay, I'm going to label my sides. This is adjacent. This is hypotenuse. Okay? So since I'm using adjacent and hypotenuse, I'm going to use cosine. So cosine of x equals adjacent 4 over hypotenuse 5. Okay, since we have no angle, on your calculator, there's little sines, cosines, and tangents, except they're -1, which means inverse, to find the angle. Cosine of -1, 4 divided by 5, you're just going to put that exactly like that into your calculator. And x is approximately, let's do 2 decimal places or the hundredths place. We're going to get 36.87 degrees. Okay? Any questions about how I did that? All right, let's do, it is 36.87.
All right.
Yeah, if you take your calculator out in front of you, hit that trig button, and then go to the -1, it'll give you what the angle is. -1 means the inverse. So, no, cosine. Yeah, and if you look on your calculator, all of them say, it says sine, cosine, tangent on the top, and sine -1, cosine -1, tan -1. Right? Yes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to answer questions.
So for this one, use cos -1, right?
Yes. Okay, next. Here's my angle. What is 6, guys, to my angle? Opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? Adjacent. I'm going to move it up a little bit, guys. Adjacent. And what is 12? So which trig function am I going to use? Cosine of the angle equals what goes on top of my fraction and what goes on the bottom?
6.
6 over 12. Yes, Hannah?
Okay, you're probably going to hate me for asking this question, but what is that next to the 7? Is that a 0 or a degree sign?
Degree sign.
Why is it so big?
I don't know. Because you know I have the most beautiful handwriting in the whole world, right? Okay. All right.
Oh, man.
So, I need your attention though, guys. We're going to have cosine -1, 6 over 12. Okay. Let's stick that in our calculator. Cosine -1, 6 divided by 12. And we're going to get x is approximately 60 degrees. Okay. I'm going to give you about a minute to try number 2 on the front. And then we'll go over the answers together. Try number 2, please. Try number 2. So, because I'm not telling anybody right now, because I want them to try it individually, you tell me your best guess, and then we'll go over the answer.
Oh, this is so confusing.
I like this.
Oh. I don't even know how it's done.
Question. What 5 over 10 equal 1/2?
Yep, you could use that too.
Ba.
Divide.
Okay. Is this right? Did you get this? Oh, shoot, I really hate myself.
So what if between
We're gonna go over it right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you had a chance to look at this. We're gonna go over it now. Okay, here's my angle. This is x degrees. 5 is the what?
Opposite.
So 10 is the.
Adjacent.
So which sine function am I gonna use?
Tan.
So tan of x equals what goes on top? Over 10. Good. So we're going to go tan of -1 equals, parentheses, 5 divided by 10. And we're going to get x is approximately 26.57 degrees. Just rounded differently than I did.
I was so close. I only
I
had.
never knew if I was really supposed to round up or
I had 26.
Round up.
I just tried off and
5
on.
or above. 5 and above. Okay? I would like you to. It's kind of an important skill to learn how to round.
Hands over.
You got it right on this quiz, but the next one maybe not. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, I can't hear. Shh. Yes, ma'am. What? Okay, I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to do one more with you, and then I'm going to let you work for about 5 minutes or so, 5-6 minutes, on the next ones, and then we'll make sure we come back together to go over the answers, okay? So one more. Here's x degrees. 3 is the opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse for number 3. Number 7 is the what? So which trig function do we use? Cosine is adjacent to hypotenuse. Cosine of x degrees equals what goes on top? 3 over 7. So we go cosine -1, 3 divided by 7. So x is approximately, so cosine of -1, 3 divided by 7. We get x is approximately 64.62 degrees. Okay, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes. You can talk with each other to work this out. Just please come together quickly when I get your attention, and we will do this.
Valentine's Day is coming in hot, and I'm like,
I'm buying myself light bulbs. Okay, hopefully about math is what we're talking about.
Murphy, what do you want for Valentine's Day?
I do know.
ew,
I want
that's
to
weird.
babysit my
As a teacher? Calm down, Hannah.
That's really,
Calm
no,
down.
that's like kind of like, you can't say that.
Calm down.
I'm pretty sure that's like, I'm pretty sure that, no, that's against like, I'm pretty sure that's against like school rules. You can't say that to a teacher.
Is it got school rules?
She said, what do you want for Valentine's Day?
I don't want anything for
Growing
Valentine's
up, I
Day.
always make my teachers Valentine's Day.
Why?
Why? Because we
You're
used to have
weird.
little mailboxes and we go through and put them
Flowers
in.
are nice, but they're so much more expensive
I
on
only give
Valentine's
myself
Day.
stuff. I don't give other people stuff.
That my husband usually buys.
I do absolutely nothing. I just stay alone.
My dad still gets me.
Yeah, that's what my parents use.
And I'm 35 years old.
I like the chocolate covered
Is reality check.
I just give myself stuff. I
I have a reality check every 12 minutes.
I'm hardly just so everyone.
Hannah, deep breath.
I'm good.
I don't have any chocolate to give you. I wish I did.
Oh, I think it's okay.
I'm like the Grinch. I would steal everything.
I forget to sell the toa.
I am not. I don't do whatever.
I'm the Grinch. I steal everything on Valentine's Day.
Adjacent.
Christmas.
It's next to it. See how it shares the side? It would be across. This would be up.
Oh, okay.
5 over 12 equals
Now your adjacent is always the one that makes.
65.8 degrees.
And your adjacent is always the one.
What are you laughing at? What'd you say, Nick?
He was silly.
That's what
You're
it
a
is.
ham.
If I'm a ham, that means I must also be pork.
You what?
I must also be pork.
You're reading too much into it, Nick.
I think actually he wasn't reading enough. It was very literal.
question.
Yes, sir.
How are we supposed to do this homework if we don't have this negative? That
As long as you set it up, I would give you full credit. If you don't actually push it into your calculator, and you just have like cosine -1 and then 4/3, I would give you full credit.
Oh, so that's for the homework?
Because I have some people that do not have calculators that work. But you should be able to get it done in class, I would think, actually.
E. This is how you spell it.
Guys, so many people signed
It's a
today.
E with a C.
Like you sign a letter for, you know, when you play college, so it's up to sign. Oh, we say so many people
And
getting
a
signed.
C.
That's what you mean.
E.
So many people getting signed.
I wish that you could.
Dang, my Twitter's blowing up.
Not mine.
Mine is, because I Fire. Fire. Yeah, look how much. If I talk about how much I hate people,
Hannah, I love you dearly, but remember, everything's being recorded. And it shouldn't look like I'm allowing you, because I don't,
follow me
to
on
tweet
Twitter.
in class.
Follow me on Twitter, Hannah MH_99.
Sign is opposite over.
Did you ever get your shirt? Yeah.
1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute.
I slept for like a million years because I drank like a whole bottle of NyQuil. I was like, get this demon out of me. And I slept for like literally 5 hours. It was good. Like literally 5 hours. I went home in 3rd hour and then I didn't wake up until everybody was like out of sleep.
You like that.
Here with me.
1 more minute, guys, and then we're going to go over these 5 problems. 1 more minute, please, and then we're going to go over these 5 problems.
I forgot how to do this. Oh wait, no, just kidding.
So number 4. What's the school high school?
Awesome, they did a lot of- You ever get like an itch in your nose? Okay, Twitter's blowing up. 3 retweets on that one. 11 retweets on that one. Twitter's blowing up. Thanks for showing me. I brought my nasal spray to school. I forgot to take it out when I was sick.
Guys, I'm so excited.
For me to show dress? I'm so happy. When you get it and you try it on, can you send me a picture? Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. You're gonna be looking at guys. Woo!
All right, guys, I need your attention in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Silent llamas, please. We are going to go over now the answers to these 5 problems. Please make sure you check your answers. And Troy, since you just walked in, if you want to watch me do one and then try others or try the others that I did while you were gone, that's fine, so you know how to do it. Okay. But I think you'll be fine. All right. We are looking at number 4. This is the angle X. 5 is the, try again. 5. Hi, guys. We're
Adjacent.
going over the problems now, so maybe.
Adjacent.
It is adjacent, and so 12 is the, okay, so which trig function are we going to use? Cosine of x equals adjacent 5 or over hypotenuse 12. We use cosine of -1, 5 over 12, and we get 65.38 degrees is approximately x.
Do we do anything different? No, we don't. Never mind.
All right. Number 5,
Wait, can you go back?
65.38 degrees. Should be the answer. And if you have to do homework at home and you don't have a calculator that will do inverse, because some of your phones won't do inverse, if you just leave it as cosine 5/12, I'd give you full credit for that, for the homework. Okay? All right. Number 5, 2 is my opposite, where 8 is my hypotenuse. So I'm going to use sine of y equals 2/8, opposite over hypotenuse. So inverse sine 2/8 gives me y is approximately 14.48 degrees. What's nice about these is you don't have to put centimeters or feet next to them. They're all degrees.
Okay.
Number 6, this is my angle. This is my opposite. This is my hypotenuse. Again, here we're going to use sine of x equals opposite 6 over hypotenuse 11. So we get sine of -1, 6/11 equals x is approximately 33.06 degrees. Okay. 2 more. I want you guys to help me out with this one. Here is my angle right here. What is 4, guys? Shh.
Opposite.
Adjacent. Because it's right next to it. It's adjacent. And 6 is the
Opposite.
opposite. And so I'm going to use which trig function, guys?
Tan.
Tan of y equals, what goes on top?
4, 6.
6. Opposite over adjacent, right? So tan of -1, 6 divided by 4, y gives me approximately 56.31 degrees. Last one. Here's x. This is my opposite. This is my adjacent. So I'm going to use tan of x equals 5/4. Tan of -1 is 5/4. So x is approximately 51.34 degrees. I know that was really fast, guys, so if there's something you missed, please let me know. Or if you have a question on it, I wanted to get through it fast so you have time to do your homework in class. Okay? I'm going to stop recording, but I am going to keep this up here in case you missed this. Please work on your homework. You should be able to get it done in class, and then you won't have to worry about it tonight.